Welcome to HOT, the Hybrid and Online Teacher Training course. This is Jennifer Marquis, and in this video, I will demonstrate how to create an interactive video with questions using H5P. To begin, open your course and turn editing on. I will select Add an Activity or Resource and select the activity H5P. On the next screen that opens up, I'm going to skip down to where it says Package File and Content Bank opens a new window. This is where I'm going to create my H5P file that I will use to upload to my Moodle course. And this will open a screen showing me the videos I've already created in the past. And I would like to add a new video to this area. So I will select Add and drop down until I see the word interactive video. I'm going to add a title, and I've already added in the words fall quiz. There is an option to add metadata, which would include reports and copyright information. I'm going to skip that for this video just to keep it simple, but you certainly can add those items. So the next thing I see is this step 1, and this is where I'm going to add a video. I have already gone out to YouTube and got the URL for this fall video from up here in the URL. I'm going to come here and select the plus, and I'm going to enter the URL in this area and insert. And now I have my YouTube video in here. My next step is to add interactions. And when I select that, I can see my video in the middle of the screen. And the toolbar for adding interactions to my video is up here above the video. I am going to keep this part very simple by adding a multiple choice. And I'm presented with this screen. I like to have mine selected as button to display that there is a question during the video. You also could select poster if you wish. There's a label that you would want to add that would show up next to the button. I usually type in question 1. Again, I will keep it simple here and type in fall quiz, but you could add the metadata here if you wish. And here's where you add the question that you would like to ask your students. My question is, what season is it in this video? I've added that text here. And my options could be summer. I've added the text for summer. Could be winter as the second option. And I can add more options here. So the last one is going to be fall, and I will select correct. And then I will go ahead. I could do some feedback. I'm just going to keep this very simple. So I will say done. And notice now when I return to this screen, it says question 1, and it's a multiple choice. I did not move through the video timeline down here to select where I wanted this question. I just wanted to show how to add a question. But typically what I would do is I would watch the video, and when I got to a point where I wanted to ask a question, so that's when I would add my, this time let's do a true false, and I would give it a label that would say question 2, and I would type in my question. And my question is, it is summer in this video. It's more of a statement. And the answer is false. Scrolling back up, notice that my button is selected again, and my question 2 is the label. But one thing I needed to look at is the display time and whether I want to pause the video or not. So the display time of when this popped up in the video was selected here, and notice that this added some more time to it. So I typically like it to stop and pause in the space where I wanted to ask the question. So I usually select pause video, and now I'm going to say done. This next step is very important if you want the answers to your students' questions to be added to the Moodle gradebook. So in order to add the submit screen, I'm going to scroll through the video to get to the end where I want this submit screen to be displayed, and then I click on the star. And this is telling me that it is going to add a submit screen at 11 minutes and 55 seconds, and that is exactly where I want it. And now this is what the video will look like from the student view. When they click play, they will see these little markers that indicate there's a question there. And at the end, they will see a submit screen. So they would select play to the video, and then as they reach these questions, they would answer the question, and they would play the video some more and answer the next question. And then as they got to the end of the video, it would pop up with the submit button and they would be able to submit their answers. Finally, if you'll remember that I opened this in a new window using the content bank opens a new window. So if I go back to my tab, my original tab, I've now already created my content. So I am now free to add that content to my Moodle course. And I leave this tab open the whole time. So from here I would start adding my information to each field. I would give my video a name, a description, and this is where I would upload the file I just created. So I would add, and now I remember I named it Fall Quiz. So I'm going to select Fall Quiz, and in it goes as an H5P video. And from here I can expand all and go ahead and add all of the options that I want for this video. I could allow my users to download it. I could have an embed button, a copyright button. I could add it to my gradebook. So I would put it into a category in my gradebook if I wished. And just like any other resource or activity, I could add all the settings just as I would for anything else. And so after I was finished adding all of these settings, I would save and return to course. So now that I saved my video with the questions and the submit screen, I can review it and make sure I like how I created this. And if not, I can click edit and go ahead and edit the video from here. And once I've entered all the information, I click save and return to course. And this screen will come up showing that the grades are being recalculated because this is now an item in the gradebook. I will select continue. And now what we can see is here in this H5P activities section of the course is the fall quiz. And I could select it. And here is the video in the course that the students would watch and then at the end submit their answers here at the end. So thank you for joining me for this video on creating interactive videos using H5P. See you next time.